Hello. Welcome to another Saturday night with your guest Scott. What? It's not Saturday night. It's Tuesday. No, can't be. All right, you got me. It is Tuesday night, not Saturday. So don't check your calendars. You're good. We're fine. I figured since we got cut short Saturday with a very quick video, I don't have a lot of time tonight, but I figured I would jump in tonight and say hello. I have a guest that was willing to entertain us for a little bit. He's always very entertaining. What's scary, Matt? The barbershop poster behind me? But I wanted to take a moment and welcome to all the new subscribers across all media platforms. Well, not all. Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Each one of those social media platforms have gotten new subscribers, and I'd like to welcome you all. And also, those that have known me in my personal life has been extending a lot of prayers and well wishes and such, and I appreciate you all for doing that. It really does help. So I really appreciate you guys' support there. But enough with all that sappiness and all that. Let's bring our guest on tonight. I don't know if you guys can guess who it is, but it will be Mr. JWoww. Howdy.
Howdy.
How you doing, my friend?
Doing fine. And I gotta admit, you're looking pretty good. You gotta dress up like this more often for your interviews.
Easy there, killer. Don't make me blush.
Now look at you. You're representing the Warren Area Society of Paranormal colors quite well.
Red and black. Yes, sir. So this is more
red shirt, black fedora.
The nightmares laugh out loud. Nightmare on Elm Street Nightmare Before Christmas behind you. And 20 points to who could guess where the ghost came from above his head.
What ghost?
Right. So, what's new, my friend?
Guardian angel.
Yeah. But yeah, I clean up pretty nice, I think.
Oh man, you look like you went to Queen Latifah's beauty shop.
I needed to. I need a good haircut.
Man.
But, trimmed up a little bit and
just for men?
Just for men. Just for you.
Ooh.
I knew you were going to be on, so I figured I would clean up. And no, Matt, I'd have to say that is not correct.
I wished I was that creative.
You're that creative. You just don't have the skills, right?
Yeah, I'd say either the skills or the supplies needed. But that particular one would be pretty much copyright infringement.
No doubt. Well, I mean, besides the big old Jack behind you and the Oogie Boogie kids, and I see you're hiding something behind you.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to reveal that yet or not, though.
You will slowly through the night as you move around.
Well, I could show it if I want to.
If you want to.
If I want to.
If you want to. So we don't have a real topic for tonight. So those that are watching, feel free to shoot questions to either one of us. We'll probably more than likely answer most stuff. I won't say we'll answer everything, but we'll answer most stuff. How's that? Dun, 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 dun.
I guess the silence is becoming.
But you've been wanting to be part of the show for a while. You've been on the show before. Don't give me that BS. You've been on the show, but it's been a while. True?
Yeah.
You had to put your thinking cap on for that one?
No, you've always said, oh, yeah, I'm going to put you on the show, and I just like to throw it in there every once in a while. That I never get that hype buildup for when I'm going to be on a show.
Gotta let it build up, huh? Sorry.
I'd like a little bit of hype buildup.
Mr. Barron, yes, we have topics on this high class of a show. We stay on topic. Thank you. I mean, come on now. We're not lowbrow.
We don't need no stinking topic.
You're saying the opposite of what I was saying. What's your favorite type of cupcakes? Matt is asking.
Ooh.
Let me guess. I know what they are. Free.
Right.
Matt. It looks like we have Matt on here, huh?
It appears he's the only one chiming in right now.
We do have other viewers, so feel free to say hi, people. Yeah, mine too, Matt. So since the last time that we spoke,
which was Saturday,
I must apologize for jumping off the show so quickly, and I tried to put you on the spot, but you weren't having it.
Well, if I had someone to help me out, I probably would, but I don't run vlogs.
Right?
I just chime in on those running them and harass them.
And you do a mighty fine job at that too.
Thank you.
But yeah, for those that missed it or were kind of watching, me and Jay while we're talking just before the show, and I had a thing come up here real quick where I had to end it real quick, but I tried to ask him to be the host of the show as well as the guest, so you would have been wearing a hat, a fedora of multiple.
I don't have a fedora.
Is that what it was? And so
no.
And I don't blame him for being put on the spot and saying, no, I don't think that's for me. But
well, I needed something special to cover my bald head. You got a fedora. Matt's got a cowboy hat. I was thinking maybe a beanie.
A beanie? you would look good in a beanie.
I should.
Hey, Heather, how you doing? You're not gonna say hi?
I said, didn't I say hi?
No, you just stared at the
I said
screen.
hi to her yesterday. So
you were thinking it.
I thought it. I was thinking about what sort of hat would cover my head more than anything else. So yeah, I was kind of distracted.
Yes, you were. I could tell this show is going to be something. Forgive me, guys. My energy is not exactly tip top tonight, and we are a little scattered.
Is your tie too tight?
No. It's a little loose. Just wait to see what hat I wear this Friday. Okay, everybody, let's boycott Matt's show.
Yeah, what's the multiple hat changes? This ain't like an Academy Award presentation.
That's what you need is a red dress to walk down the carpet.
Me or Matt?
Both of you.
Well, the red dress is
who wore it better.
Hair.
That way I can say who wore it better.
Hey, you know what? The wife has a red wedding dress. He could always wear that.
Hi, Ann. How you doing?
Hi, Ann.
There you go. That's a good boy.
That's why I'm not a guest on the show. I don't know the protocol.
You don't have to say hi to everybody, but
well, you gave me that uncontrollable amount of silence, so it's put me on the spot.
Yeah, you're the best guest I've had on here. I don't see how Dale will ever feel like he could be on the show after such a high-profile guest. I'm glad you're doing good.
Until you get a celebrity on here, then then I'll be outranked.
Yeah, no, it's my understanding with the celebrities, they're kind of few and far on the truly good ones. You get the ones that put on an act when they're in front of the camera, but other than that, I hear they're not very nice. But there is some out there that's really nice. I hear Bill Murray's really good.
Again with Bill Murray.
I like Bill.
Well, everybody loves Bill Murray, but you brought him up a few times in the past.
Well, he's a legend. And no, you're not correct, Ann. We were talking about Matt being in a dress.
You could wear the dress, Scott.
No. I don't do dresses. I do mini skirts.
On Halloween it is acceptable.
Is it?
Yes.
So
just imagine Halloween spirited chats, you in a red dress.
Yeah.
That would really bring in the viewers. That'd be better than your mixed food concoction idea.
Oh, man. Speaking of that, I had something set up.
Oh, you're not going to do it, are you?
No, I don't think I'm going to. Hey, Denny, how you doing? No, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that tonight.
Just for everyone's information, Saturday, Scott told me he was going to do mayonnaise on top of a slice of pumpkin pie.
Yes, indeed. And I had it, but I had grandkids here, and they ate all my pumpkin pie on me when I was gone. So I don't know if it's a blessing for you guys that you don't get to see it, or you guys are upset. But
I'm going to say a blessing. That was pretty gross. This is the idea.
Speaking of which, I will make sure on the next show we will do that.
That should be like a Thanksgiving Day show.
Maybe we could wait that long. I think I'm not going to do the chip challenge again. That was horrible.
Yeah, but didn't you and Lee do it together, though?
Yes, we did. And he left me, much like you are, alone to talk and talk and talk and talk. I couldn't get him to say a word as I'm sitting there trying to cope with the experience. And I'm like, hey, what do you think? What do you think? And he's like, yeah. Hot. It's like, man,
that wasn't a chip challenge I did. That was your hot sauce challenge. Or no. Ghost pepper.
I did the ghost pepper challenge.
Ghost pepper challenge. Yeah.
That's still on the LOA production page.
Neither one benefited me at all.
Yeah, for those that, maybe I'll share that on the WASP page soon. For those that don't know, you look up, I believe the title of the video is JWoww 5-Minute Ghost Pepper Challenge on LOA Productions. And that was quite entertaining.
Yeah.
And saying my face was so red, yes, and I ate so much ice cream and milk that day, it was crazy. Matt says, best video ever. Denny says, burning sensation of the chip will burn holes in your brain. Well, I would agree if I had brains, but and I won't say that out loud, but yeah. Yeah, I was having issues that night. Not as bad as you there, mister, with the ghost pepper. I remember after you did that, we were going to do a little skit of going around town asking people questions.
I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I didn't make it far. I didn't make it out of the transit building.
No, you're ready to go. And can I let you in on a little horrible secret?
What?
I was keeping talking to you to see how long I could keep you there before you said I can't do it, and run to your truck and
Well, no, it's not that. The sensation subsided. It was the IBS afterwards that kicked in.
Yeah. You were so brave on that one. Guess what? I'm growing Carolina Reapers here. You want to try one of those?
My eyes say yes, but my mind says no.
They're fresh, locally grown.
Well, I'll try one if you will.
No. I will do my hot sauce, though. I plan on making hot sauce out of that. So.
Yeah, how come you don't tell a story about the hot sauce challenge there, pal? Or don't you remember that one?
I don't remember no hot sauce challenge. That hot sauce was not as bad as that chip.
No, but you made the hot sauce and you had me come up to the talk bus because you wanted me to try it.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of dared each other, and what was it? We both tried the hot sauce. And the idea was to see who would last the longest without taking a drink of water.
I won, right?
And no, you lost.
Yeah, see, yeah, that's not how I remember it.
It's kind of how I remember it.
No, no, and the groundhogs have left my plants alone this year. I think they learned from the first time. I had a garden out back with different like tomatoes and such, and fortunately for me, I had hot peppers too, habaneros and such, and I found a bite of a habanero, and that was on the ground. So I'm assuming that the gopher was dumb enough and tried it first and took off. Saved the rest of my plants for me. I haven't seen them back since. Yes. With the shortage that's going on, that might not be a bad thing.
I don't want toilet paper. I want a bidet.
A bidet.
A bidet.
I had about a million different things to say on that, but since we're live, I will leave that alone.
What, on wanting a bidet? What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong. I was just going to say, well, I'll just put it out there. Why not? I was going to say, well, we could have Matt spitting. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. Now you see why I said.
Well, it's probably not any better than what you would do for a bidet. You do live down by the river.
That'd be Chunky Duncan. Yes, that would. So, we've been in this show for about 18 minutes now. We have not talked about a single paranormal thing.
Okay, here's a paranormal topic. Would tasting your hot sauce make you see ghosts? How about that? How's that for a topic?
Use a garden hose, JWoww. It's the same thing.
That's the redneck way to do it.
Right. So no, you had a few things in your mind in the past. Anything you want to bring up, or?
Well, I don't know. How much time do we have?
Not a horrible lot of time.
Oh, okay.
I do have to be up early morning.
How early?
Like in about 8 hours.
Whoa.
7. What's that?
Whoa.
But
reasonable though?
I felt so cheated. I felt like I cheated everybody out of the JWoww experience Saturday that I just had to bring you on.
Oh yeah.
So
the viewership.
I feel like nobody's disappointed.
Well, they probably would be disappointed if they clicked on here thinking it's going to be something about paranormal relations of any kind, and you got two bearded men talking about irritable bowel syndrome after spicy peppers.
This is goatees.
Oh, what'd you do? Shave the beard down?
Yeah, you can't
see. Does Lee know you did that?
He does now.
Because Lee's goatee is kind of his thing,
Yeah, well, he's going to be jealous of this. Ain't that right, Lee put? JWoww, you should come on the show on the 15th with me and Scott.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Depending on how a job situation goes.
Right.
Right.
That's coming up pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Next week. Next Friday.
Is it really that quick?
Yep.
Wow. That's way too quick. So, yeah. This is a well thought out show.
So let's shoot off topic then.
So how would you go about, since we both interviewed, we know each other, we know pretty much what we're going to answer to questions that come up from each other. let's take this a different way.
Okay.
How would you go about investigating? Well, have you watched the newest Conjuring part 3 or 4 or whatever that is?
What, the devil made me do it?
Right.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
I've seen documentaries on it, but I've never seen the movie. So,
What was the last horror film like that you seen?
what, like a possession?
Paranormal possession.
I don't know.
Wow, this is
Not
really
one I've
gonna
ever
help.
seen.
This is really gonna help the show out.
I'm just trying to think of which one there is because there isn't like too many to really pick from.
How about
Maybe Fallen, I think.
how about well, let's go fun then. How would you have done something different, obviously, than the proton packs and the Ghostbusters did? How would you have went about interviewing and listening to Dana?
About the dog in her kitchen, right?
I think that was the first thing.
Yeah.
Was not the dog. Was it the dog in the fridge?
Yeah, it was a demon dog or something like that. She turned to the dog afterwards, but
And then her eggs were cooking on the counter, which was a nice
yeah,
little fact.
it was neat. I'll give it that much.
So if a client came to you and with these claims, what would you do?
The same exact as hers?
Yeah,
Or sort of
within
similar?
reason.
Within reason?
I don't think anybody's going to come saying they got a demigod in their fridge, but yeah.
I'd say I'm inexperienced. I'd send it to Dale. Dr. Dale, call him.
Dr. Dale on deck. Dr. Dale on deck. Or Matt's volunteering.
Honestly, if it was something like that, I don't know what I'd probably do. I'd probably want to document it as best as I could with not wanting to run away from it.
Yeah, I mean, the eggs cooking on the counter wouldn't be that big of a deal.
No, it's what's in the fridge.
Huh?
It's what's in the fridge behind the bologna.
Right. When we went to get in the fridge to find something else to cook and seeing that, yeah, we'd be, if Betsy was there, we'd be hiding behind her.
Need Betsy as a bodyguard.
No doubt. Ask them if they're taking LSD. Well, yeah, I guess we kind of ask questions like that when we go to a place. As far as WASP goes, Warren Site Paranormal, I believe how we would handle it is, of course, the initial contact and, set up a day for 2 of us at least to go over. And then we would treat it as 100% real. Because we got the saying in the group.
You don't really want to question their beliefs. Yeah.
Right. Well, we got a saying in the group. It might not be real for us, but it is real for them.
Right.
And so we would sit down and yeah, we do ask, and our clients don't have to answer if they're on any prescription drugs or anything, and we tell them they have the right to refuse any questions. We're not cops or anything, so it's not like we could force them to answer it. And if they don't feel comfortable, we don't want them to answer it.
True.
But we do ask close to that. So we get there, we do our initial paperwork and such, and make sure that we got the movie rights. And then from there, I guess, what would be the next step?
What, after movie rights?
Right.
Asking the $10 that we'll be bringing in every person.
Well, then the next step would be just kind of personally the initial look around the apartment and such.
Well, yeah, you'd interview the person, then they would show you around to where all the activity was apparently at, and then assess from there.
Right. And then we see the eggs cooking, and we ask if she could do them over easy. And then hopefully that thing's not in the fridge. And then I'd ask, did you unplug it? Say, well, unplug that real quick.
Well, okay, here's a question for you on topic. What if you did open up the fridge and there was some sort of parallel dimension or some sort of weird dimensional rift in their fridge? You could see like some sort of druid or something like that on the other side.
Something reasonable.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I would hope that we'd have some kind of camera or something there to try to document it. EMF meter, see if it's,
if it's real.
Right. I would I don't know. I would probably try to push you in it, see if it's fake or not. And then,
man, I'd be coming back after you.
Maybe depends on how far in you go. But
I'd be setting your EMF detector off.
But then I would, I guess I would at that point say, look, we will do everything we can. We recommend that you don't stay here. And then I guess document and get a hold of Dale.
Yep.
Because I got a feeling that Sage isn't going to take care of that. I might be wrong.
Sage?
Maybe.
You might want to after that experience.
Right. Just send Leefoot and Mr. Fedorable. Yeah, okay. Look in the refrigerator again. Eat the leftovers. Sell them the devil dog. Eat them. No doubt. That depending on, knowing our luck, could be some kind of vegan plant-based meat. Ask client where they put the milk. They better not eat my deviled eggs. Oh, you guys are on a roll tonight in the chat. Here I am trying to have a serious conversation. You all want to throw that stuff out there.
Well, think about it, though, okay? You got a demonic presence in a kitchen. Wouldn't they want to eat devil eggs?
Oh, yeah, they're named after them.
Exactly.
Sorry, guys, I had to take a drink, but Lee says I'd call an appliance repairman. And can you imagine that call? Hello? Any way you could come over and look at this? I think we're having some problem with the generator or the angel. Throw angel food cake at them.
What's up?
Throw angel food cake at them.
Yeah, I'm getting some static feedback again.
It's the portal trying to open up.
Probably. I think it's Queen Latifah and her hairdryer behind you.
No, you're just mad that you only got the Nightmare Before Christmas posters up. But so yeah, that's probably be about the way I'd go about that one. Hi, Jay.
Hi. I think the computers was causing the interference. So
I don't know. So now, with that being said, what if it was mass panic at the end there when all the ghosts were going all over the place?
What about it?
Would you hide or?
No, I'd be playing in the marshmallow fluff.
Not that far into it.
Oh,
I'm thinking, was that in part 2 or was that in part 1?
What, the mass panic?
Yeah, where the ghosts
were both of them?
Maybe. Part 2 is where the Statue of Liberty came to life.
Yeah, the green or the pink slime or whatever created all sorts of different ghosts and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
But part 1, the mass panic came about when they released all the spirits out of the containment center.
Yeah. And what would you do for that situation?
Run.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. Maybe we'd be lucky to find somebody like Slimer.
Nah, you know what we need? We need the paranormal cowboy to come in with his ecto lasso and wrangle them all up.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Matt, you game? But so that's how we would handle Ghostbusters scenario. Now, how would you handle? Well, see, now we wouldn't be equipped for like Jason Voorhees or Freddy or any of them.
But you know what we would be equipped for? Poltergeist.
I think we would be good with something like that.
Because they kind of use the same equipment we do. Minus voice recorders. I don't think they did that. They mostly just used video camera stuff.
And television.
Yeah.
That was kind of like a weird voice recorder, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So, Matt says he'll cowboy up. That's kind of creepy.
He's bringing the chaps.
But yeah, I can see us doing a case like Poltergeist. But we would have to find a way to know that it wasn't like a missing kid situation. You know.
You'd probably have to talk to the parents or whoever first.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess missing kids wouldn't be the best thing. I'm thinking like a child in harm kind of deal, without really making it gruesome.
Mm.
You know, because that would be hard to explain a kid missing and they're blaming it on paranormal. You know, we'd of course have to look for police reports and things like that.
Yeah, talk to neighbors, get some eyewitness accounts. When was the last time you saw the kid? Was the parents with the kid?
Because, like I said, we believe, you know, like we say, it might not be real to us, but it is to them. But, you know, there has to be some kind of reasonable explanation, you know, reasonable thought pattern there. You know what I mean? We can't just, there's just some things that we just can't say, oh, okay, we'll just sit here and play nice while, you know, yeah, swimming pool full of skeletons out back.
Yeah, that'd be kind of freaky.
Lee, I tried to bring up the Conjuring universe. He has no clue what the heck I'm talking about.
I only watched half of the first one, and that was it.
Yeah. Kids see more than what adults do when it comes to paranormal. I agree. For the most part, there's a few exceptions to that rule, but I believe with kids, I believe what happens is they are not told no, not to believe in that stuff, and then eventually they are told not to, and then as adults we have to relearn to pay attention to that stuff. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I'd agree. I don't have to relearn too much though, because I'm always a Toys R Us kid.
You don't want to grow up?
Nope.
Settle down, Peter Pan. Or should I call you Tinkerbell?
Yeah, look at your looks lost boy now. All dressed up.
You just can't get over that, can you?
I'm telling you, you ought to keep it the way that is, man.
I don't know. If you guys like me being dressed up, give me a thumbs up.
Well, thumb it, share it, comment on it.
All the above.
You kind of look like a late night paranormal talk show host.
Hey, or what was it that Johnny Carson used to say all the time?
I don't know. That was before my time.
Yeah. What do you mean it was before your time?
Well, I never really got to watch the late night stuff when Johnny Carson was on. So.
No?
No.
Let's see. Here's all our fun little stuff here on the screen now.
Yeah, I see that.
But yeah, kids and the paranormal. Do you think they have a place in the paranormal, like paranormal groups and such?
Well, why not?
Well, some
your imagination's always finely tuned at that point.
Well, some people would say that that it's not safe for kids.
As long as you're around a mature adult, I don't see why it couldn't be.
And as a mature adult, you need to kind of know what's a good time to have the child around and when to remove them too, I would imagine.
Well, yeah. That's why I said around a mature adult. I mean, if you know a house has got some demonic activity in it, you're not going to send a kid in there.
Well, no, definitely not.
But if it's got some like lightweight paranormal stuff like knocks or voices or something like that, something that you've already been in so you can verify that it's not bad, then yeah, you could probably put a kid in there that's interested in paranormal.
Well, and like you said, well, I feel that you really need to almost have a dedicated adult to the child, in my opinion. Say there's a group of 5 people there. One of the 5 needs to be constantly with a kid and make that decision of, hey, things are getting bad. We need to pull out now, as opposed to not investigating, but to be there with the kid. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I think that would probably be the best way to handle something like that.
Well, okay, going on to the question of children and paranormal, what age do you think would be the best appropriate to put a kid into that sort of situation?
Well, each kid's going to be different, of course.
But if it was your child growing up, what age would you take them to a haunted cemetery or a haunted house?
So my child?
If it was your child, like say...
Well, like I said, each
knowing kid... what you know now back then, if you were going to go into paranormal investigations and stuff like that, and your kid wanted to join you, what age would you say, you know what, you can join me?
It depends on each kid. Some kids are really mature at an early age. Others are not mature until they're 20. But if the kid is mature, I'd say during the daytime and such, as early as 4 or 5. As you start getting night, kind of creepier, kind of, I'd probably put more towards 10, 11, 12. Yeah. But once again, it would depend on the kids, because there's some 4-year-olds that are as mature as a 10-year-old.
Sure.
So it's kind of one of those things where you do have to take it base by base, kid by kid. And you also got to keep in mind how the kid's going to react afterwards too. Is this something that's going to keep with them for a long period of time after nightmares and such, or are they pretty much going to go and be done? Because, it could be a serious subject, serious thing.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, mature, that leaves us out.
Hey.
Lee, mature adult. Not when we're talking about you, Lee, but so I'd have to say it depends on the kids. Like I said, I had a couple of my grandkids with me at Guernsey Hollow, and that went pretty good. They're preteens. They were not teens yet. But I did notice when it's starting to switch over from daytime to nighttime, the vibe was getting to be kind of edgy, for lack of better words. So it was like, okay, it's time to grab our stuff and leave. This ain't good for them.
Like edgy as in, what could happen, or they were sensing what could happen?
No, they were busy looking for a lost cell phone. They weren't paying attention. So, but I was starting to get a vibe like, maybe it was just me being overprotective, but I was starting to get a vibe like in the darker shadows of the trees around us and such, There's things just waiting for the get darker for them to come out. Yeah, I know. If I was me being overprotective, but
yeah, it was probably you being you, because I've heard that place has kind of gone downhill a little bit as far as activity wise goes.
yeah, but we don't generally have young kids there either.
True.
So, and I wondered with us being there for an hour or two before that, feeding energy to the place, if that was picking up more energy or not.
Well, you don't bring the energy to the graveyard?
No. My son has his no fare, even as a toddler, but me, I'm a chicken. Sometimes kids are definitely a lot more braver than the adults. Oh Lord. Leaffoot says there are some 4-year-olds more mature than Scott/me. Oh hell no, I will never go back at night again. Referring to Guernsey Hollow. Yeah, she got a little freaked out one night there. Lee says he sees a UFO right now.
What, back there?
Maybe. Or he's talking about your food order.
My food order?
I don't know. It sounded good in my head, okay? I can't be on all the time, okay? I've had kids come out on an investigation as young as 6. Cool. How did that go? Huh?
Yeehaw!
He wasn't the cowboy then. He was just a little buckaroo.
No, he said he had kids go on investigations as young as 6.
Mm-hmm. All right. I hear you now.
Come on, Fedora.
It's been a long day. I've been up
That's
since.
why you got the Dr. Pepper.
No.
No? Ooh, Purple Crush.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on. Dr. Pepper is getting harder and harder to find.
Did you buy it out at all like Sheffield convenience stores on your little rounds?
Of course. No, I haven't done that yet. But like the 6-packs are getting hard to find.
Supply and demand.
Right. But they don't realize that I'm TDU's biggest YouTuber, and I need my Dr. Pepper fix.
Well, you need to tell Family Dollar, because that's the only store in Tidiute now, isn't it?
I think so.
Had a grocery store at one point, but I think they closed that one down.
They keep opening and closing. So investigation went well, but they wouldn't sit still for the branding. That's why you hog tie them.
Oh.
So kids and investigating that, and that brings me up to a different topic about kids that I've brought up before on here, and that's black-eyed kids.
What are you doing? Punching kids now?
Right. Only when they don't listen and pick up their toys. You should see why Lee has 2 black eyes.
Nope, not gonna go there.
Right, Leaffoot? So have you not heard of black-eyed kids?
Well, I think I've probably heard of them a few times.
And no opinion on them?
Not really. I haven't really done much research on black-eyed kids to put an opinion on those.
You look like you're having too much fun with the thoughts running through your mind.
Yep. I went there.
Matt says, leaving that one alone.
Yeah. It's best left alone.
So, the history of black-eyed kids, for those that might not know, and I might refresh your memory, and you might be able to help me be refreshed, was it came out, the first real report was online when an online reporter, I don't know what they would be called, blogger.
A journalist?
journalist, blogger, did a article about stories he was hearing about these kids that would come out, just kind of appear randomly at night, knocking on doors of either a vehicle or a house. And when people would answer, they would do everything in their power to get them invited into the house. And most people did not let them in. They said that one, it was weird hours of the night, like 2 a.m, and it'd be these random kids knock on their door with completely black eyes. And when they felt something was off, that something wasn't right, so they wouldn't let them in. And the kids would get angrier and angrier and try to say anything like, I'm lost, let me use your phone, or can you give me a ride home, and things like that.
I think I remember you sending me an article about something like that. That was a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a couple months since I really talked on the subject. And so most people that come across these children almost have a overwhelming sense of doom and dread come over them.
And I was like, their entire eyes black or just around their eyes?
Their entire eyes. Kind of like gray aliens.
Okay.
And the few that have let them in report of getting really sick and nauseated and extreme headaches, and I think I even seen where one touched the arm and they got bruise marks or something from the touch.
Like a burn mark or whatever?
Possibly. I might be confusing two things with one, but the other stuff I know, that's why I read.
Well, the only thing that I was trying to bring up is like if a ghost, malevolent one grabs your arm or whatever, it leaves like the little burn mark or whatever. Kind of like a bruise.
Well, they say that these kids are in the physical form, like they don't seem like they're ghosts or anything like that. They're like physical beings. Hello, Matt. Hi, Matt. I meant to click this one. Hello, Ryan.
Black-eyed kid.
And Matt, actually, now that you brought it up, there was a report of them near me. Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
Does he care to want to elaborate on that a little bit?
I don't know, Matt. Would you care to elaborate? And glad that you could join us tonight, Ryan, even though my guest was being rude and not saying hello.
Hey.
The black-eyed kids work at Quickfill? At all Quickfills or just one or two?
I was saying, doesn't Lee work at Quickfill?
Yeah, and we said he had, I said he has two black eyes.
Maybe they work with Lee. Maybe they're the graveyard shifters.
Maybe they're his little minions that he sends out.
Ooh. Lee Foot and the Black-Eyed Kids.
Lee Foot and the Black-Eyed Kids. Oh, boy, that's another series in itself, huh? Oh, that was a good one. So what would you do if you came across that?
I'd probably be wondering what the heck they're doing, especially at 2:00 in the morning.
Would you let them in?
Probably not.
Huh?
No, I don't think I'd be letting them in. Mainly because I wouldn't know them. I don't let strangers in my house.
I couldn't resist.
That almost sounds like a TV show that should be put on BET.
Or Hulu.
Yeah.
Black Eye Kids sound creepy. What about Red Eye? I haven't heard of Red Eye, unless you're referring to like demonic.
Or the picture developing.
red-eyed kids. I would have to assume if they're red-eyed and you're not talking about like
Bloodshot.
like what?
Bloodshot.
Bloodshot, smoking and things like that nature. If you're talking about paranormal wise, I would have to say that that my first thought would be demonic. Why, I'm not sure. Maybe the color red is associated with demons and such. I guess it could be a ghost trying to intimidate you. A phantom of some sort, you think?
Possibly.
Imagine waking up.
Makes you wonder why that all sort of demonic entities always got red eyes.
I think that's just the way we perceive them, and they're intelligent. I don't believe they're dumb at all. So if they think that's going to scare us, I believe they would take that form just to scare us. Imagine waking up to see a kid with glowing red eyes. Did that happen to you before, Ryan? Yeah, that kid would probably be punched. I would. You're laughing about Leefoot, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I woke up to any kid, black-eyed kids or red-eyed kids, they would probably be getting punched and kicked across the room. Hopefully the grandkids ain't there that night because.
So you'd turn the red-eyed kids into black-eyed kids.
Yes. It'd be the black and red-eyed kids. Yeah, I agree, Ryan. I hope you don't either. I just wasn't sure if that was something that you had personal experience with or not. That would be crazy. Hello, Angel.
Hi. Don't send the dog in here.
Zeke?
Yeah. What are you doing?
2 weeks ago, this is the short version, so it's only half a chapter. Driver was driving down the road, saw two kids alongside, stopped to see if they were okay. Kids didn't respond. He left, then heard a knock at his door a few hours later. Saw them on the porch and disappeared when he opened the door. That's kind of creepy. Did he specify black eyes, or is that almost, if they didn't have the black eyes, I'd say that was almost an apparition.
All right, I missed all that completely.
Yeah, I figured you did. But I would think if he didn't see the black eyes, I would say that was more apparition activity.
Interesting.
You think apparition or black eye?
Probably apparition.
A deer like
did Matt actually talk to him about it, or was it just like hearsay on the internet?
No, he said it was close to him. So he was saying that was somebody he spoke with. At least I believe that's the way I was catching it. A deer-like creature with red eyes on our farm. That'd be creepy as all get out.
That's a Pet Cemetery thing there.
Right. Now, I've heard of deer and such that were albino that end up with pigments where they're kind of pinkish red eyes. So he's saying that he did say that they had black eyes with period dress. And it was friends that spoke to him.
Black eyes with period dress. I wonder if that's like a more common thing with like more older era spirits. No?
Maybe. Matt's saying it sounds like a Wendigo. And Ryan said they were actually glowing. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Could you imagine that?
Yeah,
hopefully
could.
Hopefully you had a sidearm with you. You could shoot it, and if it ever comes at you.
No, just make sure someone else is with you and you can run faster than them.
Well, he said he was at his farm, so you know.
Oh, well. Okay, reference for in the middle of the woods then.
Right. When die go. I think he's trying to sound Australian.
I'm guessing it's like a textbook explanation there, like a dictionary.
I think he's trying to sound Australian.
When die go. Wouldn't it be D though?
Wendigo. Hook on phonics, people.
If it's going to be Australian, he'd be more like the Wendigo took my baby.
Let me apologize to anybody that might be listening from Australia. This is not how we truly feel the way you speak.
That wasn't a good enough Australian accent.
No, it wasn't. Yes,
Hey, I've watched Crocodile Dundee a few times. I know.
This ain't a knife. This is a knife. Yeah, I've heard of Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
You know, I have not researched it at all. Have you?
The wife's watched quite a few of the TV shows episodes, so she probably knows more than I do.
You know, somebody just recently asked me if I ever plan on going there and checking things out. I don't know if it's open to the public or not, but before
I know, isn't it some like big lot of land in Utah or something like that? It's got all sorts of weird paranormal activity to it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stories and a lot of, I believe there's a lot of evidence out there.
I just one second here. I can bring in someone that's got information on Skinwalker Ranch. Hey, Ange.
Yeah.
Question.
Hooked on phonics never worked for me. Laugh out loud. Just pop up books and coloring books.
Skinwalker Ranch.
And
what's it all about?
Choose your own endings was always good.
It's pretty much just about paranormal activities and aliens.
On a ranch.
On a ranch. It has nothing to do with flesh walkers or anything like that.
Huh. So it's just a clever name then.
Yeah. I would prefer, at least here, you call them like flesh walkers or zombie walkers or something along those lines.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you catch that?
Kinda.
All right. She's saying that Skinwalker Ranch is more or less paranormal activity, UFOs, that sort of thing, and not really revolving around skinwalkers, but they prefer to call them flesh.
I prefer.
She prefers they're called. How about you just come in?
No, I'm a mess. If you're going to be talking about them in my house, you call them flesh walkers or something along those lines.
We're just talking about the TV show.
I know. I don't care, but I don't want that name in my house.
Okay.
It is. You're right, Ryan. It is a creepy name, though. I agree.
Okay.
That is for sure.
No.
And Matt is saying hi, Angel. Matt says hi, Angel.
Yeah, she kind of walked off on this one.
So, yeah, that's something I'm going to have to research a little bit and get my own take on it.
There you go.
Now, we're approaching an hour mark. It's 9 o'clock. I think I'm going to have to jump off this.
All right.
Settle down there, JWoww. Don't get too emotional on me now.
I started to cry a little bit.
But I gotta get up in a few hours and do some driving and such. So, but I didn't want to not give you a chance to come on and have a little conversation with us.
Yeah.
Think about the 15th.
Yeah, like I was telling Matt, it's all pending on job situation. If I did jump on, or if I did get a job, I might be second shift. So if I did jump on, it'd probably be after I got out of work, depending on what my hours are.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get it worked out. Ryan saying nice to meet you, and always great seeing you on, Ryan. I know you've been on a few shows now. I really appreciate you coming on and watching us and interacting with us. It makes for a great show when those that are watching it chat with us as well.
Right.
2.5 hours to go, Scott Moore. I'm going to find that 10 hours of Europe's final countdown. Just let that play on a loop. Get 20 hours of streaming. Hopefully it wouldn't be a copyright violation. Do you think it'd be for each time the song is played? It'd get the copyright violation?
Don't you gotta exceed like a time limit in order to get a copyright infringement?
Yeah, probably, but this is 10 hours straight looped of the final countdown.
Yeah, I don't know how that really works out for some of these videos that actually go in loops and don't get taken down.
Matt says he'll report it on me.
Well, he's already taken your record. He might as well, take the
Right.
producer down.
He doesn't want to lose his title there. But all right, guys. Jay, it's great to have you on. We'll definitely have you on again. And look forward to seeing you then, and we'll talk real soon. All right, my friend?
Yeah. Hey, take care.
Anything you want to say before you take off?
Not really, no.
All right. Word. Peace out, homie.
Peace out.
Okay, guys. Another lovely Tuesday night is in the book. I really am happy that I was able to do this. It's been bothering me that I wasn't able to get a full show in for Jay to do his deal. So I don't work tomorrow, but I have something that I have to do. So it's still early bed for me. So I wanted to take time and get on and just have a little show. There wasn't nothing really planned, so it was kind of here and there and everywhere. And I appreciate you guys sticking with us and kind of, helping us carry the show through, if you would say. And there's duck lips for you there, Matt. And thank you for welcoming us back and whatnot. And with that being said, since I don't know what else to say, I'm going to say anything but that. And Ryan, I'll make sure you say hello again next time we're on, and I'll definitely give you a shout out as well. With that, everybody, have an entertaining Tuesday night, and I will see you all in 1.5 weeks on our next show. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. All right. Good night, guys.